What is up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Gym Podcast with myself, Bryn, and Paul in the corner. Today is the best day because it's the vent.
Listen in, motherfuckers!
The vent where we get to just chat shit about everything that's pissed us off during the week, during the month, whatever, during the day, the hour sometimes. So I'm going to pass over...
To Bryn.
I'm going to pass it over to Bryn. You can start, Bryn.
Stress. Yours is fresh.
What has weekend you off?
A weekend fresh vent.
Fresh. Fresh as you like. If you go there, ew. So I have been working at the legendary Creamfields North. Wow. What an eye-opener to society. Holy fuck. What I would say, the first thing is... They definitely don't need, after 6 p.m. there, guys, they definitely don't need no fucking Walking Dead series, because them motherfuckers there are the Walking Dead. And I'm talking or bing, that sort of shit. They have no idea what's going on. What broke me there was it's just everything from 18-year-olds to pretty much anyone 25 and below. This sort of millennial fucking society. Oh my god!
We need a list of 10 questions.
Right. Okay. So
questions you got asked.
We'll go with asked.
Yeah.
Because I know what happens.
Wow.
There's some shit questions you got asked.
We've all been done security at Creamfield.
Oh man. Yeah. So some of the questions you get asked is one, where am I? Where am I? I'm like, mate, if you don't know, I don't know.
Planet Zog.
So you're on your own in that direction. Yeah, it's just trying to get my head around how what's the word without getting cancelled. It's how special people become.
Yes,
special. They go to a certain place of simple is the best word. They become simple.
Certain town. Oh,
yeah,
simple. Yeah,
it's everything from people walking into your certain stage that you're supervising. And it's everything I don't know what this is. What? Right. So I have seen now, potentially, right, it does wind me up, right, is this fucking gun sign thing. What the fuck is that?
Garage, innit? Garage people used to do.
Right, but these people that are doing it don't even know what garage is.
They've just seen it on TikTok.
Exactly. They've seen it on TikTok.
It's cool.
TikTok warriors.
On TikTok.
And it's literally the go-to where they're doing that. And I'm thinking... You fuckers have never even seen a gun. Never mind fucking fighting. Like, what the fuck are you doing, you crazy bastards? But then it goes from that to that, and then they start doing that. And every time they come into a fucking stage area or something like that, they have to do something. Have to. Like a beat will be going, and they just go... I feel like a dick doing it, so I can't imagine what they feel like.
This is how Bryn dances, everybody.
They'll walk in and they'll just go... And then they'll just carry on walking. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm sober. Like, I can't understand what is going through their head, especially if they haven't done nothing. If they haven't had anything to drink or they're intoxicated in any way, shape or form. What the fuck is going on? Or there's this one where they crouch down and they go to each other. I'm like,
can you imagine it?
I'm like, and these guys, like, I don't even want to know what you lot get up to when you're back in the camping areas and you've got the privacy of your own thing, like some Brokeback Mountain shit. Do you
Did you stay there overnight?
Oh, did I?
They have separate camping now.
Yes, they do.
They used to do. They
Yes,
have
they do.
separate camping for staff.
So
praise to the Lord that they do have separate camping.
So I'm assuming after hours it goes quiet because there's no music playing.
No.
What fucking planet are you on?
Listen to the question.
Mate,
There's a question coming.
This, come on.
So all the music stops, all the stage stops at like 11 or whatever.
Right. So basically, the first night I got there, and this is some crazy shit, mate. This is one of the funniest things you will ever see in life. Silent disco. Wow. If you want to see, mate. If you want to see,
that is. I like a silent disco.
If you want to see some funny shit, search silent disco.
Great.
And they basically walk in and out of. I think we had 4 stages open the first night, and basically you just get past headphones, wireless, and there's like 2 different channels. So one area will be playing a certain channel, one area will be playing another. So I don't know, one's drum and bass, one's hardcore or whatever. And you just see people raving. raving their heads off, and you can't hear shit. You're just stood there going, wow.
But what you'll also get is you'll get like two people together, and one will be listening to drum and bass and dancing appropriately, and one will be listening to Happy House and dancing appropriately. And
Crazy.
So you're like, it doesn't match up.
Crazy.
You're like, one going.
I've not seen that yet.
Crazy, mate. And then you get people coming up to you, is this all you've got on tonight? Yes. Right. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to explain to you, there's things in the world called law, and basically what happens is councils will only sanction certain days for, obviously, loud noise pollution, all that sort of stuff. And obviously Thursdays, they can't get the licensing for it. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Basically, it's to make sure that people don't, in the general area that actually live there, farmers, etc., they don't kick off, So, yeah. But Saturday night's a big one. So Saturday night, it goes till 4:30 in the morning, 4:30. But the way they get around it is the big open areas, i.e. the Arc and Horizon, they get shut off at 11, and then all the tented areas that obviously hold the noise in to a certain decibel, they then go on till 4:30 in the morning, because obviously if it's enclosed, noise doesn't travel. Oh, bro, it's on the next level. Oh, bro, next level. And you back up at 11, and you're kicking off again, and the people, like, literally, they hadn't even had time to come down.
Raised on the dead.
They don't
Staring at the fucking tent
probably
roof.
like hung on
They
to the
literally
gate
don't
like
go
that,
to
waiting for it
sleep.
to open again. You know what I mean?
They'll go back to the campsite,
Yeah.
sit in a chair,
Just stare at the sky for a couple of hours.
Yeah, for a few hours,
Literally.
recharge,
Yeah.
and then off again.
Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely an eye opener
Are we going next year, Paul?
on society. I wouldn't
no.
personally advise it, because
I've been
it's-
there too many years, never going back.
Yeah, so if you're trying to meet your future wife or something like that, I definitely wouldn't go there.
Don't go.
I've seen some things that I'd rather not talk about.
He's in therapy currently.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Funnily enough, though, I did see some people there. I won't mention names for obvious reasons, but there was some people that I did see there that knew I was there. I know you fucking know, guys. that come here, and I did see them
Oh
there.
yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah, it's a very big thing.
There's different levels of.
Was what?
Were they a bit?
No,
Like I said, anyway, moving on. Yeah, I won't mention
did you not
names.
notice? Did you not notice? So I went to a concert the other weekend.
Yeah.
At Trentham, I saw you there.
What can I say? I'm here, there, and everywhere. I run things now.
Big Bryn gets
That's how it
about.
is.
So
That's what it is.
I'm from the kind of like 90s, early
1940s
2000 fucking era when, like, personally, I think that was like the epitome of dance.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
80s, yeah.
So it was all about going out, having a good time. The music was
1980s,
good. You
yeah.
enjoyed yourself. You kind of
Yeah.
let yourself go. That was what we were all about. But then there was different like genres of music. So I was like into house music, and I used to go to raves and this, that, and the other. And then there was other like different. There was like drum and bass. There was jungle, and there was what was called like tribal music, which is like a dance which is very like beat orientated. And when I went to this concert at the weekend, they had a DJ set on, and I noticed that this was so popular. Like this, what I would have called tribal is now dance music, widely acceptable. And I'm in this like massive crowd, and it is tribal. It's like everyone's like just like stamping their feet to this like boom, 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 and there's no like when I used to go raving, it was all like, it was very expressionate and it was very happy. It was a good environment to be in. You'd make friends and you talk. Now it's very just like
With your little click.
with your little click, and that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You're not interacting with anyone, and it's like mesmerised by the beat, and it's dead. Did you not find that? It was very like, it's very like
What? Where
tribal
you
and
were?
nice.
Where you were?
No, at Greenfields.
Greenfield.
It's different there. There's probably a lot of other substances
Yeah.
involved.
To be honest, mate, a lot of the time it was either people on the ground or they were standing up and going. "Rah!" Like I say, you're at a certain point of the day, and that's it. People are no longer people.
Yeah.
I just refer to them as zombies because that's just what they
Yeah.
are. You know, I'm not going to harper on about life choices and all that, because you know you make the choices you make.
So that's your rant. Creamfields is your
No,
rant.
no, all that. The main thing that really pisses me off about Creamfields, right, is you know what you're going there for. I'm not going to harp on about it. You know what you're going there for. You know, we're an over 18 podcast, so it is what it is. Anyone that's never been, don't just you're going to have to go to experience it. Otherwise, no one can ever put into words exactly what goes on there, because there's that much shit that goes on. It's just, you'd be there all day. You know, I might write a book about it one day and make sure you buy it. But yeah, basically, like, the problem I've got is people go there for a certain reason, and that's fine. But when certain choices that they make go the wrong way, they expect you to go above and beyond to pull them out of certain choices, which, in the grand scheme of things, isn't always easy, isn't always feasible for us as people to do for them. So, you know, if you make choices, live with them choices. If we can help, we can help. If security can't help, suck it up, bro. That's all I've got to say about that. But yeah, in terms of Trent Alive, it was obviously, you know, a little bit of a smaller event, 4,000 or 5,000 people instead of 70,000 people, instead of 70,000 zombies. But yeah, the Trentham Live was good. One of the maddest things there, actually, that I seen at Trentham Live was it actually put into my head, because it's obviously my first year of doing this sort of circuit, was actually seeing my daughter's nursery teacher there raving her head off. She was sober, by the way, but yeah, she was just like going for it, and I was like, holy shit, like, normal people want to do this stuff. It's good, and it's a really good.
Well, normal people do it in a normal way.
But that Chasing Status night was sick. It was good. Like, the tunes that were on there was really good, and the odd time I really wanted to rip my security vest off, and I was just ready to go for it myself, because it was a good night. And Kaiser Chiefs the next night, really good night. But yeah, other than that, though, Creamfields, it's a wide eye opener on society, of how dirty society can be. Ooh.
Yeah.
So yeah, tunes wise, I'd recommend a day pass. I wouldn't recommend camping. If you go camping, just file.
It literally, like the last few years at Creamfields, it's rained.
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah, it's
nice
vile.
Camping in
it's
the
vile.
rain.
But yeah, anyway, that's my rant for today done. We'll move on to Josh.
Me? Oh, everyone's going to love this one. Fucking driving. If you don't like fucking driving, get off the roads. I've definitely seen a huge decline in people's ability, want, know-how, care for. Since COVID, I think people have got worse at driving, whether that's because they just don't give a fuck anymore, or they've just not done it for that long, whatever. They've forgotten how to drive. People aren't courteous anymore. People have got so many places to be. And it's like, I feel like people would rather cause a crash than actually just be patient and just let everybody get on with the thing. I've been pulled out on, I'm sure everyone else has as well, that many fucking times recently. It's like, where do you have to be that you require a collision? Because you won't be going anywhere then. Like, where do you need to be? If you're late, make more fucking time for yourself in the morning. Like, if you have to race to work every day, like, you're the issue. It's not the other slow drivers on the road. Like, you're the actual problem. So just get up 10 minutes earlier, get your fucking Weetabix in you, and fuck off to work. I'm fucking sick and tired of being pulled out on. So people sitting up your arse winds me up. Like, not saying I react to it or put my brakes on, but then you've got to leave a bit more of a gap in front of you just to allow for, if that car breaks and this bell end, because he's looking around me, doesn't see that I've broke and he's in the back of me, and then it's like, granted, the insurance is going to pay out and it's all this, but it's a pain in the arse and it's an unnecessary risk that people seem to take. Lane discipline. Fucking, they draw them on the roads. They draw them on the floor.
Big fucking white lines.
Like, come on, they draw them. They paint them in big fucking white lines, and they're always painting them again and again for you. Follow it. Just fucking follow your lane. Stop coming over into my lane, especially on roundabouts, especially on the Junction 16 fucking M6 roundabout, when we're going round there, right? Now, if anybody lives around where I do, listen the fuck up.
Which is where?
Junction 16 roundabout. I live on it. Right. If you go there or you commute through regularly, listen the fuck up. Yeah. It's always coming towards Newcastle and Stoke that way from like Crewe area. Yeah. Right. So we've got 3 lanes at the fucking traffic lights. Lane 1, left lane. You can go Ulsager, M6 North only, no others. Lane 2, middle lane. You can go M6 North or you can carry on for the A500. Lane 3, you can go A500 or you can fuck off to the M6 South, right?
Not the M6 North.
Not the M6 North. And everyone in lane 1 either tries to jump into the A500 and the middle lane always comes over into middle lane, but the middle lane goes into the fucking left lane and the next set of traffic lights. I'm fucking sick and tired. Do you know, right?
But how many times have you seen people be in the left lane, which is for the first 2 exits, but then end up going straight into... That's the problem.
They do that.
So they go past the one for...
I caught up that many
past
times.
The one to get on the M6 North, and then
come straight
you're
in.
like, fuck.
That junction, only because I use it quite a bit, there's many others. Fucking Rycroft, Sainsbury's roundabout there, they fucking... fuck off. But that one... They've recently painted the lines on again as well.
Yeah.
They've drawn them on the road for you. They've drawn them on the road.
It's basic. Like people, I think people's basic. They learn how to drive. They learn about how to do things properly, and then as soon as they pass the test and they get the license, they do what the fuck they want anyway. And I think because people are they're encased in this tiny little box, separated away from the world. They don't give a shit, and they have this sense of entitlement. Well, I'm in my little box, and I'll just go where the fuck I want. And what you're going to do? Crash into me? That's kind of the attitude.
People do have that, don't they? People say, "Oh, they're going to crash into me." Like, well, yeah, if you want me to fucking I'll get me shit car out and crash in the back of you.
And it's like what you said about people driving up your ass. Like I hate that. Like I shouldn't have to drive and be concerned about what you're doing behind me. You should be concerned about what I'm doing.
Because sorry, and you said it earlier, like what I said about people. Some people just drive like that.
Yeah.
Like I've been in cars where people just drive up people's. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, why are you so close?
You shouldn't. You are not getting to your destination any faster being 4 millimeters from my fucking arsehole. You're not. I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere any quicker.
I have genuinely stopped before in traffic and genuinely opened up my boot, opened up my fucking boot and gone, do you want to have a fucking look, do you? And they're just there like that.
So, but this is
because I always ask the same thing. What can you see? Bear in mind at the moment, guys, I drive. Can you see? I drive a Fiat. Fiat
500.
Oh my god! No, I drive a Ford Fiesta, which everyone can imagine. A Ford Fiesta, I drive from the fucking boot. But
you do.
The point is, right? It's economical, that shit. Anyway, right. The point is, what can you see? Can you just see this or what? Because it seems to be the moment I get out of the car.
And he's
this demeanour of fucking fuck off and all this shit changes. So a bit of advice for people in Britain, right? And it got said to me quite a few years ago, and it's always stuck in my head. You do not know what that person in front of you or behind you has going on in their life, right? And road rage is a real fucking thing. Now, 5 minutes on, everything's calm, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he's a prick, or blah, blah, blah. It's okay, right? But in the moment, I would fucking kill someone. Ain't no problem about that. I would punch someone's head in. And that's not a judge on my character. That's just road rage. Everyone has it. Some people react different. But you don't know, and I've had it enough times, you don't know what that person is capable of in that moment of pure anger and pure frustration, and his head just goes, or her head just goes.
I think
you don't know what people are capable of. So just be a bit more courteous. If someone wants to go faster than you, just fucking let them pass, whatever. How much is this going to affect your day? Compared to that person jumping out and losing the shit, smashing your car up, smashing you up, it's just not a good thing.
It's like, we've quoted it before, like entitlement. Like people have this sense of entitlement. Like I had an incident the other day where I was driving in, and I was going to a little local post office in a quiet little village, and the car park is at the front, and there's 2 entrance stroke exits to the car park. There's one at the front and one that you have to go past, turn right, go down the road a little bit, and then turn right again.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So I want to go to the post office, so I'm driving up, and there's the entrance to the post office. So I'm indicating to turn, and I'm waiting to turn, and sat in the entrance, not the car park, sat in the entrance is an old lady, a little old lady, in the car with the engine going. So I presume she's waiting to come out. So I, come on, you can come. No reaction. So I did it again, faster. I said, come on, you can come out, it's okay. Go round, she says. I'm like, what? I said, no, I'm going there. I'm dead polite, little old lady, like little glasses, little bun on her head and everything. No, I'm going there. Come out. Go round. I'm like, I'm not going round for no one. So I pull right in front of her, right up next to the car. She puts her window down. Whoo! Go round! Put my window down. I'm like, excuse me? Like, you are sat in the entrance stroke exit to a car park. Yeah, I shouldn't have to go round you. You should be either coming or going, not parked. I'm not going to go round you to come into the thing. She was like massive. I was like not aggressive towards her in any way, shape or form. And she was like, go round, you can go round. And I was like, I'm not going to go round. Then her daughter appears from the thing and then predominantly tells me to wind my neck in. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Why am I getting bullied by fucking Granny Apples here and her fucking daughter? And I'm like, I'm asking this lady why she's parked. I said, I'm not being aggressive. Why are you parked in the entrance and telling me to go around? Why do I have to inconvenience myself? Because you can't park in a parking spot. And then they get in the car and they're like, is it because I was in the X5 at the time and they were in like a normal family saloon or whatever? Oh, just because you've got a big car. And I was like, this person is giving me abuse and they're in the wrong. And I was like, you're in the wrong. I'm not in the wrong. You're in the wrong.
Well, that tells me straight away, victim mentality.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm just going to let this go. And I was like, I'm not going to say anything. I was like, well, are you going to move now so I can come in? Fuck off. That's what I get from the pair of them. And I was like, I suggest you fucking leave before I get out and slap the shit out of you. Like I've been nothing but polite and professional.
Wig comes off and everything.
Oh, I tell you what, I was ready to slap that woman back to the 20s.
I definitely think, come back to your point about you don't know what people have got going on.
Yeah.
You also don't know what they've got in their fucking car.
Yeah, massive.
You don't know if they've got their newborn baby in that vehicle. And like anybody, I don't have a child. I know you do. I know you got kids, haven't you? You got 2 kids. Like if you when your kid was like brand new. And it fresh out the womb.
Fresh out the package.
Fresh out.
Peel the cellophane off.
That new baby
the
smell.
fucking pelican just dropped it off. When it was new, and you'd like protect it with everything. And if you were in your car and someone was acting like a dickhead behind you, you're probably more inclined to be anxious if you've got your kid in the car versus you've got your fucking self in the car. Or you've got precious, like obviously I've got my fucking flying gear and stuff. Like if I'm in my van and someone's been a knobhead behind me, I'm thinking my motor's right up to the back door. Someone plows in the back of me, that's gone. That, do you know what I mean? That's a lot of shit that I'm probably not going to get back. So you don't know what they've got in the car. You don't. You've got dogs in the car. You know, they've got babies in the car. Like precious fucking old people, precious cargo, telling you to fuck off.
Yeah. Granny apples.
Just this whole thing of like. I know some people do drive close, and if you do drive close, just fucking don't. Just don't. Just drive further away, and you'll find you get to your place the same amount of time. And if you do drive up people's asses because you're a knobhead, then one day you'll do it to someone like Bryn, and he'll fucking beat the shit out of you.
The problem is though, mate, they don't. Because the problem is...
They won't get out of the car.
They're all fucking Mike Tyson, and this is male and female, they're all Mike Tyson in this little... shell, protective shell. And what you'll find is usually it's the fingers or the wanker and blah, blah, blah. And me being me, I will admit, like, I'm not a nice person when I've got road rage. I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, I've done some things I'm not proud of. Genuinely not proud. Like I
flip some cars.
Not risk people's lives, but I would more than happily risk that person's life, no problem. And I have, unfortunately. And in my head, what brings me back down to earth is the challenge. The moment I get alongside that person that's giving me the wanker, that's giving me the finger, blah, 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 it's like, well, it's on now. So you get alongside them and you go wind down the window and you go, next exit, mate. And they go, and that's it. And then they just drive on like they don't even know you're there. Or the worst ones, they carry on giving it and you're like, mate, pull over. pull over. I'm more than happy to have this chat
still,
with you. And it's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when you pull in front of them and you're like, no, seriously, this is how far this is going to go. Mate, I'm more than happy to plough you, you know, charge. I couldn't give a fuck. My head's gone now. I'm unfortunately, like, this is the person I am. And, you know, try to deal with it and all that shit. But these people keep testing me. But yeah, honestly, mate, that's what the road's full of, unfortunately. It's full of these bellends. And it's like, it just, honestly, mate, I'm not proud of it, but that's just the way it works.
I think we did an intervention.
The problem you've got is sometimes these people, these bellends, they've got family in the car. And you look in the car and
they should know better as well. A lot of them should know better.
As soon as I see kids, that's it, done. As soon as I see kids, that's it, done. I'm like, you bellend. And I just drive up because I'm thinking, nah, nothing's worth it.
I told you about that incident I haven't told you, have I?
Well, that guy tried to run you over.
This is like months ago. I was on the way home, driving through Baldwin's Gate, and then it goes from like a 40 into like a national. And it winds, it's a windy road going down to the Swan with two necks, and it's a national speed limit road. But there's blind corners, and I was in the X5, which is obviously a high up car. It's got black windows at the back. But then there was 5 cars in front of me, all spaced and all driving about 50 mile an hour. The car at the very front was dictating the speed.
Yeah, of course.
So no one can go any faster. You can't really overtake. So I'm driving.
And it's a short bit of road. And it's up to that junction, isn't it? Yeah.
If you're behind one car and you go around the bend and you've got that straight that you can see down, you can overtake. It's quite safe too. Otherwise, you can't.
Yeah.
So I'm driving along, 4 or 5 cars in front of me, all cruising along at 50 mile an hour. And then I look in my rearview mirror and I see this Land Rover Discovery come flying up behind me and pull out to overtake. I'm thinking, where's this fucking guy going? So I thought, I can't let you overtake because this is dangerous. So I put my foot down to go faster than him. So he then got alongside me, couldn't get past me because there was no room for him to go. Because I thought, I'm going to close the gap because what you're doing is you're either going to hit someone head on or you're going to force yourself in front of me or one of these other drivers. It's dangerous. So I thought, I'm going to narrow it and I'm going to force you to drop in behind me, which is exactly what I did. So he dropped in behind me and then he drove right up my ass. And then as we got over the crest of the hill, there was traffic.
Yeah.
So I got out of the car. Not in an aggressive manner at all.
You got your stepladder out.
Exactly. Jumped out.
Sorry, Paul.
And I just looked at the guy, and it was a 68-year-old guy.
Yeah.
Like an old man who should know better. Well-dressed, looked like an estate agent or something. And I looked at him, and I just opened the door of the car, and I didn't even walk towards him, and I just looked at him, and I went, are you some kind of stupid? And you know what he did? Tried to drive at me.
Wow.
He drove at me, but what he didn't realise, I don't know whether he didn't have the foresight to look what was going on, or he was just scared, or in the moment, he drove at me. So my car's here, I'm stood here, he's here. He drove at me, so I just sidestepped him nice and calmly, and then he got stuck right in front of me. He literally went in. So I just walked round him and went to his window and knocked on, and I went, you are seriously some kind of special.
Yeah.
And the guy just sat there.
Yeah, didn't even look at you. Yeah.
No, he's not there. And I wasn't aggressive. I wasn't shouting. And I was just like, this guy is just a danger to himself and everyone else. He's in his own little bubble. And this is someone that should know better.
Yeah.
He's obviously been driving for 40, 50 years.
There's a lot of people out there that haven't met someone like you, someone like me, who will get out of the car and will confront them. People often just give it the finger, give it the bird, whatever. But until you actually get confronted with somebody actually getting out of their car, people, some people just go through their life never getting confronted about anything, any of their behaviour, any of their actions that they do. They never get confronted, they never get any repercussions, and they just think that's how life is until they get caught up and they're like...
Their repercussions now is going on Facebook.
Yeah.
No.
I definitely think it's up the arse, like I say, it's being up your arse. Motorways for me, when people swing in behind you, that's another one that does my tits in. But I think for me, and both add to this because obviously we've all got licenses, we've all passed tests, a lot more recent than old people anyway. Let's say, pow. Right, when you go round a fucking roundabout, okay, the little tickers left and right, big fucking circle like this, my friends. Okay, 12 o'clock is there. for anyone with a normal fucking functioning human brain. Right, 12 o'clock's there.
We need animations now.
Yeah, so obviously 12 o'clock straight on, fucking anything left of this is obviously fucking left. Right. If you go right on a roundabout, what do, guys?
Put your right indicator on.
Right. So it hurts my brain when people do it. They'll come round the roundabout either in the close lane, closest to the fucking roundabout, which is what realistically, unless it's labelled otherwise, you should be in to then come off. Or they'll come round in the close left-hand lane to go all the way around. Yeah. Right. As long as you've got a right-hand indicator on, you're going right. This is what fucks me off, right? I don't mind the coming round and having no indicator on. You're just a bell end, right? I'm not arsed about that. What I'm arsed about this is when I know you're fucking special and you're a pure simpleton, right? You've actually taught yourself this special shit. You'll come round the roundabout, bearing in mind I'm here ready to pull out, and I fucking pull out fast, so I'm just gone. I don't want to be in anyone's fucking way or anything like that. I'm just gone. I hate driving, so I just do it. I'm gone. See you later. I've got enough speed that there's no way you can complain. I'm fucking gone, right? So that's it, right? That's what I always do. And that's a lot of my enragement on the road. That's where it comes from, because I just want to get somewhere. I don't do anything unsafe. If there's room to get past you, I'm fucking gone. You can flash at me, beep at me, oh, you bastard, and all this shit, but I'm gone. And this is what I love about Beamer drivers. Yes, most are bell ends, but they just want to get somewhere. They do want to get somewhere. They do, don't they? We just want to get somewhere. We'll do it safely. Yeah, there's a couple of dicks here and there, but we just want to get somewhere. And we've got more power than you, so just shut up. Right. But the problem I've got is they'll go round the roundabout, okay, not indicating. Then they'll literally choose where they're going to fucking go, which is a right turn, and then they'll indicate to come off. Why are you indicating to come off? But you've not indicated to fucking tell me. I don't need to know that you're fucking going that way now, because you've already fucking made that turn, you bell end. Why are you indicating to come off when you've already passed everything that needs to fucking know which direction you're going? What is the point? Miss your tape. You can fucking vouch for this. Yes. Absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely. See, he knows his shit. Why are you going round the roundabout telling no one where you're going? No one.
You may as well just not.
Granny Apple's here next to me. You're not me either. Okay, we're both trying. My brain's going a million miles an hour, so I'm trying to time you best I can. Her over here needs fucking 2 years to know where you're going before she'll pull out. So everyone behind her is getting pissed off. Why are you fucking coming round and then you indicate to come off? No one needs to know you're coming off because you're already fucking off. So what's the point? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So when did you get taught that on your fucking test? Never. But you've programmed yourself because everyone else fucking does it. Bellends. Just fucking drive properly. It's not fucking hard.
And it is
hard for some people. Another thing, right, people need to fucking get used to, right? I'm sorry, I don't care ageist or not, it's just common fact. Old people, yes, 60 and above, yes, old people, right, need to either retake their test or, maybe not eye extreme, do a fucking eye test, right?
So
old people, no, fucking wait. Old people, right, I'm sorry, but old people, right, do not have the reflexes that I have at half their age. That's just fact. You know what I mean? It's just fact. Their mental capacity is not the same as mine at my young age compared to theirs. That is not to say that 10%, 20%, 30% of people over 60 are there. They're there, sharp as anything, right? But there needs to be something in place for the majority, not the minority, okay? This isn't hating on people. It's just there's a common trait that things that go wrong, slower speeds, 20 and a 30, 30 and a 50, these things that piss people off, that, like you say, people get impatient, people try to cause accidents, all this shit, and it's majority of the time done by either old people or, I'm really going to fucking piss people off.
You're going to be running around Europe, mate.
Or it's fucking...
women.
The other sex. Yeah, women. Fucking women. And the problem is, women are indecisive. Women are indecisive. That's it. It's a common fact. They're indecisive. They do not know how to make a decision. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some bad females out there that drive like fucking gangsters. There is.
100%. And some
they're like F1 drivers. They put me to shame. And I look at them and go, wow, fair one. Like, Beamer power. But the son, I just think, like, a common one is your mummobiles, right? Your big fucking Land Rover, Range Rover Discovery, fucking Range Rover Sport, all this shit. You know, your big cars. And they're just driving them, and they're driving them like that. Literally like that. And I'm thinking, it's way too big for you. It's too big for you. Like, I don't want to go as far as say stop driving your husband's car because, you know, it might be her car. The point is, I don't understand how a person, mainly a woman, can go from fucking like something that's potentially, I don't know, a small saloon or hatchback, anything like that, and all of a sudden be driving a monstrosity-sized car down the road. It's basically a truck, borderline, because they drive it like it's a fucking truck. They have no lane discipline. They have no idea how big the car is at all. You can tell just by watching them for 5 minutes. And it's like, that itself is a danger. Do you know what I mean? Another thing about driving, right? I know it's your subject, but seriously, this is really going to piss people off, but I don't care because it needs to be said. There's a thing called being too unfit to drive. I am sorry, weight-wise, right? People driving cars, right? I am sorry. I know you laugh. I'm not even laughing. I'm not even laughing. It's fucking, it's bad. It's so bad. I have seen people on the road that I could literally look at in the first 2 seconds of seeing them go, you should not be driving. Literally, they will drive cars, Fiat 500s, all that shit.
Yeah.
And they're literally like that because they're so overweight. Yeah. That's the nicest way I can say it. They're so overweight that they literally drive like that.
They just...
How can you see in your mirrors? Okay, driving mirror, it doesn't matter.
Blind spot check.
Blind spot check.
You can't crane your neck around that far.
What the fuck are you checking for there?
I'm going to pack my bag tonight and I'm going round Europe. I'll be gone. So, you touched upon many things there.
That's what I'm here for, brother.
But the old people thing, so I agree with you 100%. I feel personally that old people should not do a test. They should do a refresher assessment.
Like a reevaluation.
But what is old people? Define it.
So above 70, you have to reapply for your license.
Okay.
Every 3 years, you have to reapply for your license.
I think every 10 years you should do a reevaluation, regardless of age. Every 10 years.
I think because from when you did your test, you did your test, you did yours, and I did mine, everything's different. Even now, the test is completely 100%. Different. And there's new roads, there's new fucking signs, there's new speed limits, there's new this, new that, new this. And there's a vast amount of knowledge. I mean, you can read the highway code, but nobody fucking does. No. But yeah, there should be. I think, especially when you get older, as you said about reflexes, reactions, all this sort of stuff. You don't want to take your license off every old person because that's their independence at the end of the day.
Of course.
And if they're capable of doing it, they're capable.
Exactly.
But there should be some standard, if
you know
will.
What I think should be law? I'm sure you'll agree with this. Anyone that's old and retired should not be allowed on the roads.
Or from peak times.
Yeah, when other people are going to work.
Unless
you can go any time in the day.
Yeah.
I've done it myself. Been going to work. I've been driving behind Doris in a Fiat Panda, and I'm driving behind her, and it's 8:30 in the morning, and I'm thinking, where's Doris going? Where's Doris going?
I mean, sometimes they might have shit
and
on.
She's going to the garden centre, and I'm like, you're doing 10 mile an hour under every speed limit. I understand that, Doris. Do you really need to be at the garden centre for 9 o'clock in the morning? Or could you wait until the people that really need to be somewhere to get to work, who might be running a little bit late or got to drop the kids off or whatever, could you not wait a little bit? Because you've got your whole day to fill up by going to the garden centre and going to have afternoon tea. Whereas these people have got to be somewhere. Should be the laws. The same with bin lorries and them fucking things that go and clean the streets. You know, that do the thing. They should not be allowed out on the road at peak time. The amount of times I've been trying to go somewhere.
I was coming dead early in the morning.
But they take long to get anywhere, and they'll always be where you want to be, and there's always massive queues of traffic. They've got all day to do that.
Do you know what as well? If you're incapable, providing the conditions are dry and safe, if you're incapable of doing the speed limit, which I know it's called a fucking limit, but if it's a 30 mile an hour road, everyone goes 30, like it's fucking, just come on, be with me, yeah. If you're incapable of doing it because you're afraid of pushing your car or you're scared of going fast, fuck off the road.
Don't drive in the rain.
Now.
I always got told it was a limit, not a target.
Yeah.
It's a fucking target for me.
But you know what? I've been behind instructors instructing people how to drive badly. And I'm behind an instructor thinking, you should be encouraging this person now to saying to that person, okay, you're doing really well with your driving, but you're driving 18 mile an hour on a 30 mile an hour. So push that speed up a little bit.
It's like the knock-on effect. The flow of traffic is fucked now. It's a known fact that there's a millions and millions more cars on the road now. There's so many more cars on the road now. And if twatdom and fucking knobhead here are doing lower than the speed limit than they should then everyone else is going to have to. And there's going to be a knock-on effect. There's going to be the caterpillar effect, which is terrible. Everyone here is drove on the fucking motorway. And we know that when X, Y, and Z all of a sudden slow down because they're rubbernecking or because whatever they're doing, it creates this huge caterpillar effect. And everyone just all of a sudden comes to a dead stop.
Yeah, you stopped on the
M6. The M6 you carry on again.
What caused that? The M6 becomes a car park, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? And then all of a sudden it's clear.
So now that we've obviously mentioned that, the next one is fucking potholes! Potholes! Listen here, fucking Staffordshire County Council motherfuckers. Mainly them bastards, because it affects me. Right, fuckers. I have literally, in my fucking area, been waiting for the last 6 bastard months for you to actually do your job. Now, on one side of my hometown, which I won't mention, Karen, because amazingly you need to wait 6 months for them to come in and do it, they've done an amazing job. They've actually fully re-rolled the road. But the other one, I shit you not, literally, I have to drive near enough the other side of the road every time I go down this road, right? And I shit you not, they've come along and it looks like they've just spat at it.
Have they just...
Honestly, they've literally just gone, here, Crayola, filled it, and it's not even level, it's all over the place. Put it this way, it was that bad, how much they've done, fucking highway maintenance, we always see you on the fucking road, but clearly doing fuck all. Fucking with your phones, fuck off, wank. Not even worth the fucking paper you're written on. Right, so basically, they go along, right, and they fucking fill this, and they spin the fucking go sign and stop sign, all this bollocks. Amazingly, they seem to do it at 8 in the morning, when every fucker's on the road, right? So amazingly, they do it then, but they've clearly come along and fucking doodled in the road or whatever. It's not even level. I drove down the other day. I swear to God, I had to evasive manoeuvre to avoid it again. I then got told that, oh, it's been done. I went, what? I looked down at the phone. I was like, fucking hell, it's worse than it was before. Honestly, mate, it looks like they've just come along with a bit of rice pudding and just gone, there you go.
You wait till next. When is the budget? Is it next April that it resets the budget? Yeah. Whenever it resets, they're out again in force, aren't they?
Yeah, of course they are.
Roads are terrible.
I do not care if you lock off a road completely all day. Do what you want, fucking dance in the street for all I give a fuck. As long as when I come past and I know there's been delays, the fucking road's done. Yeah. It's that simple, it's not hard. It's not hard to do your fucking job. I do not understand what qualification you've got to fucking fix roads, but you do such a bad job. Like, who is actually... do you know what? I'm not even pissed at the people that do it. It's like, yeah, whatever, sound, it is what it is, you're bad at your job. I don't give a fuck. The person that should get slated more than anyone is the inspection guy that comes along and goes,
they don't have one.
Yeah, sound. Well, there you go, there's the fucking problem, isn't it? Staffordshire County Council, you dog shit. I don't know why I have to pay council tax if that's what I fucking get. It's disgusting. Vile. And how the fuck is Edna in a little Fiat Panda going to fucking wherever she goes to, shopping centre or fucking garden centre, or even bowls? Everyone likes bowls, don't they? She's going to a bowls meeting, she hits one of them, flips the car. For all I know, flips the car. And then Staffordshire County Council's got to live with fucking Edna flipping a Fiat Panda.
I think we need a...
it's bullshit, mate.
I think we need a highway code episode where we just talk about how to drive. How to drive. Welcome to Jim's
Jim
podcast
Bros highway
on
code.
how to drive. Can I just say, though, one thing, right? Because I know... as you come through Loggerheads into Market Drayton, there's that stretch and it goes 50 national, right? This is everyone who doesn't fucking know. So it's the circle with a black line in the middle. White circle with a black line. Okay. That on a single carriageway, meaning that there's just you going one way and another car going the other way, is 60 miles per hour if it's safe. Otherwise stated. People do 40, 45, 50. If it's a corners and it's bendy, because I know not everyone's fucking Colin McRae, I get it. But like if it's a straight road and it's a nice-ish road and it's well made, there's no reason why you can't be doing a little bit quicker.
But this is like I've just said,
a little bit quicker.
Drive. Well, it does say in the highway code, drive to your actual limitations. Right, so if you're doing 40 and a 60, that tells me that you shouldn't be on the fucking
You're a
road.
hazard. You're a hazard.
Your limitations are
Like,
loads.
there are minimum speed limits for all roads. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty much like, what, the motorway is, what, 45, 40, 45?
Yeah, you get pulled over going slow, yeah.
Yeah, you can do, yeah, because you're a hazard.
Even
course
in
you
the
will.
slow lane, because you're a hazard to all the HGVs.
I think and there's, motorway driving or anything with 3 lanes,
Fucking wacky races,
stop
mate.
fucking driving in the middle for an
I
extended
hate it
period
when
of
they
time.
just-
Like by the highway code, you have lane 1, lane 2, lane 3. It's not medium, fucking semi-fast and fast. It's just lane 1 is just standard driving. That's what you should be in. Lane 2 is an overtaking lane, and lane 3 is an overtaking lane. But otherwise, if the roads are clear, like at night time, just go in the left lane. Like if it's night time and there's fuck all on the roads, just go in the left lane.
We were going to Manchester a few weeks ago, and one of the motorways is 4 lanes now.
Oh yeah,
M6 is 4 lanes.
Smart,
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And we were driving along, and I'm going slightly above the speed limit, but I'm in the third lane. So I'm doing 75 on a 70, which is fine.
You're gonna get slapped with a
Prove it,
fine.
bitches.
Yeah, previous no video evidence.
There will be.
And it's the traffic. There was not a particularly lot of traffic around, so we're in the 3rd lane because I'm going faster. I'm judging what's going on, so I'm going faster at that moment than any traffic I'm in my vicinity. Yeah. But I don't need to sit in the outside lane either because I'm just hogging the lane. So I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And as I'm driving along, I can see this car up in the distance in the 3rd lane. So I've come 3rd lane, I'm going up and I'm catching it up and I'm catching it up. And this car's got nothing around it. It's just one car in this 3rd lane. And they're sat bang on 70 mile an hour. So, and it was a youngish girl. So I know what her thought process was. She's doing, well, I'm driving the speed limit, so I'm okay here. But the inner 2 lanes were completely empty. So I then had to leave my lane to go into the outside lane to then come back to sit in the lane. And then I actually dropped into the 2nd because there was then some cars coming, but there was nothing. So I'm driving appropriately. And she's still sat in that 3rd lane, trundling along at 70 mile an hour. I'm thinking, well, you should be in that 2nd lane.
People haven't got a clue.
Yeah, and then, like I say, I know the thought process. I'm doing 70 mile an hour. That's the limit. I'm okay here.
Cruise control warriors. That's what
you can buy a fucking book on the highway code. Just read it.
The big thing about them 4 laners, the problem you've got now is that people are using the 3rd lane as if it's a middle lane. Because what you'll have is the 1st and 2nd lane are dominated by HGV. So everyone goes, fuck that, stays over in the 3rd lane. And then what you will have is further down the road where there's nothing, people are just like, do you know what? I can't be fucking arsed to get across, to go down there, to then come back over, to then go there, to then go there.
It's just
then you've got
driving.
people that go slow. Then you've got the fast lane lag. And before you know it, like I said to you then, it's wacky races. It is wacky races. The amount of times I've seen someone, and I haven't done it myself, but there's the amount of times I've seen people and I go, do you know what, fair play, fucking you've done it, where they literally go, do you know what, fuck all this, boom, straight in the 1st lane, literally.
Undercut everyone.
And then see you later, there's no traffic, and everyone's like, beep, 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 and you're like...
But you've made me do that because you're all driving inappropriately, causing an obstruction and the actual hazards, and the only way for me to get past you in a safe is to actually break the law.
Yeah.
Do you know as well, right? If you're in, even on a dual carriageway, if you make the attempt to overtake someone, like if you're all behind somebody and you make the attempt to overtake, like I don't know if this is law or whatever, but I know that when I was doing all my lessons and stuff, they said if you overtake, you can make an effort to just get around that car, not as quickly and as safely.
You can go,
so you can go a bit over.
I
definitely remember getting told that. Whether it's fucking true or not, I don't know.
Don't overtake at 71 mile an hour.
Not that. No. If you're overtaking a lorry, so you've got Doris doing 60, overtaking a lorry doing 55, and you're coming up behind her doing 70, she'll overtake at 60, stay at 60. But like I know it's fucking whatever, but you're upsetting the flow of traffic then. Just overtake it, speed up to 70, drop in front and drop back down to 60.
That's my understanding of how to overtake.
There's no problem with that.
You out-accelerate what you're passing, and you get past it as safely and as quickly as possible.
Yeah. If you want to go around it, go quicker, just go quicker than it.
With UK drivers, and it could be anywhere else, but the roads are better set up. Germany's a massive example. It's so much better the way they set our stuff up. But over here, somewhere always leads to somewhere, doesn't it? And it always leads to another little road, another little road. And people, the problem you've got is people need to constantly be thinking to drive on UK roads.
Yeah.
And nobody that I've seen that's a shit driver, and you'll know straight away, they're a shit driver because they can't forward plan. You'll see that because they'll get right on someone's arse, then they'll slam on, then they'll go.
Yeah.
And I do it all the time where I think, do you know what? I'm not getting into the fourth lane. I'll stay in the third lane because I'm overtaking. That person will literally try and shoot across, and then I know as they're moving out, they check the mirror and they'll go, whoa, like that, and I just go, wow.
So she'll fucking hate me for saying this, and he knows exactly what I'm going to talk about. But
Is it a woman?
It's a woman.
My lovely partner.
Sure.
Right.
She is lovely.
She's a fucking shit driver. Yeah, and she knows it because I fucking told her. But she's getting better. She made an attempt, and she asked me. And what we did was...
She asked me.
She asked me. She said, Josh...
Can I have driving
Make me a better driver,
Can I have
Josh?
driving lessons even though I've got my driving
Yeah,
license?
she said, can you watch me drive? So as we were driving along, I was telling her, I was like, my thought process on the road. And I was like, so I'm looking at this person, maybe they might cross. I'm looking at this car, maybe they might pull out. I'm looking at this lane. I'm telling her exactly what I was seeing, what I was looking at. All that sort has a perception, exactly. And she was like, you're thinking of all that? I was like, yeah, what are you thinking of?
Most women.
And she just, whether it's all women or not, I don't know. But I know that she doesn't do as much now, but she's looking here instead of looking where you are.
Yeah.
She's looking directly in front of the vehicle instead of planning her moves ahead. And I know there's men and women and toasters and fucking dishwashers all out there that will not forward plan and not look at. You shouldn't be looking at directly in front of you. You should be looking way, way ahead for anything that might go wrong. To like. It's defensive driving at the end of the day. That's when you're on the road. If you think everyone is trying to kill you, which they probably are, you probably drive a bit better instead of just being in your own little bubble. Stop wearing headphones when you drive. I don't know.
I've never seen that.
Oh, I've
Headphones.
seen loads of people wearing headphones when they're driving.
If you wear one AirPod because you haven't got Bluetooth in your car, okay, I can accept that. So discount yourselves and stop getting pissed off at me. But if you wear like over ear, like your hearing is part of your five senses. If you didn't know, so if you're limiting that because if you're wearing sound cancelling headphones, you're limiting a sense, which is like, do you know what I mean? If you fuck your ear, your balance goes. If you didn't know, so like, don't cover a sense when you're driving. You should have every sense.
You need all your senses to be able to
because you can't hear someone's horn.
Someone's horn.
Yeah.
Your indicator's still on for God knows what time.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with your vehicle. You're over revving.
Yeah, the amount of times I've pulled alongside someone and obviously straight away they go,
Your indicators on.
like,
a little bit of aggression,
Yeah.
and then you go, mate, do you want to turn that indicator off? That
You've been driving for 6 miles with it on.
And they literally go, oh shit, sorry, mate.
I pulled out on someone because they had the indicator on coming up to a junction. So I pulled out and he went, honked at me and braked. I went, indicator, dickhead. And he went, oh. And he knocked it off and carried on driving. I was like, you've got your indicator on, mate.
You're at fault.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, it could be one of them things that we talk about all day.
When you mentioned about the Chelsea tractors earlier, I was... What?
Chelsea tractors?
Yeah.
Go on, Paul.
I was behind one the other day. It was a couple of weeks ago.
Some people won't get that, you know. I'm not explaining that either.
Do you want to define that for me?
No, they can Google
Let's
it.
keep that.
They can Google it.
I like that.
I was behind one the other day.
I need a minute.
And I was driving along normal, and I'm behind this, and it was a 20 plate Range Rover Sport, really nice car. And I'm driving behind this car, and I'm thinking, this person is fucking levered. They were all over the road, clipped the curb numerous occasions, drifting, and I'm thinking, should I be ringing the police? And because they're heading into Newcastle now, in a highly populated area. It was around school time, dropping off time as well. This person is under the influence of something, is what I thought it was. So I'm observing the driving. We get to the traffic lights, just on before the roundabout for where you've got Aldi and Morrison, and she's kind of in the middle of the lane, so no one can turn right. And I'm thinking, there's a roundabout here. If I'm going to observe, if she goes into the right lane, I'm going left. So I say she, I didn't even know. I said, if this person goes into the right lane, and I'm just going to have a little look and see if I can do it. And if it's someone that I think is under the influence, I'm going to ring the police and say, look, they've gone this way. I'm concerned public safety, because they were, honestly, it was some of the most appalling. The amount of times they hit the curb, like into the left curved it, gone back, and it was appalling level of driving. Anyway, they went into the right lane at the roundabout, so I was able to pull alongside them, and I looked, and it was a youngish female on a fucking phone. Holding a phone, video calling on her phone. And I'm like, I know for a fact your car has Bluetooth. Yeah, you would be able to talk to that person while driving completely safe. No problem. But she wasn't. She had a phone here, video calling, driving with a hand at the bottom of the steering wheel as well, like this. And I'm like,
just fucking me.
Why would you not use? You can't need to video call for that entire 20-minute drive.
Terrible.
Just have a voice call. Like, you have the technology in your vehicle. You 100% have the technology in that vehicle. That's a 65 grand vehicle. Yeah, to do the Bluetooth. And I was like, you put yourself, like, it's going to now cost you 500-600 quid to get your wheels sorted, because you've scraped the fuck out of them on the way down. Like, you've hit that curve. I don't even think she was aware of what she was doing.
No.
Totally oblivious to what she was doing.
So what was the conclusion of the story, Paul?
Women are bad drivers.
Yeah, but what did you do?
What did I do?
Did you go?
No.
No.
I thought,
wow,
that woman is beyond help.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to set. Even if I explained to her, took the time to say, you know,
she wouldn't give a fuck.
She wouldn't give a shit. No. She obviously does not give a shit about anybody apart.
A lot of
from
people
herself.
need consequences before they change shit. They don't need to be explained.
Like, she's going to go home and her old man's going to go, "What the fuck have you done to the wheels on my car?"
But like you say, like the consequences, you know, if someone steps out on the road, dog feed, heaven forbid, see you later, kid. And it's like, it's not good enough, is it? It's not good. But that is a pet hate, man. People on the phone.
So
pisses me right off.
Going to wrap it up.
I think we're going to have to wrap up, and we'll come on to yours.
Yeah, we'll do
on
it on
another time.
Another one.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think we had a good one today, guys.
I had a very good one.
I
Yeah.
had a good
I'm
Ben.
really excited.
Fucking
yeah.
hate
Loved it.
drivers.
Fucking drivers, man.
I hate drivers.
Thank you for taking my vent.
And if you have been offended, guys,
Fuck off.
Yeah, I just don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck.
Drive fucking better.
Drive better. Yeah. Just drive fucking better.
Yeah. Okay.
And don't go to Creamfields either if you don't want to fuck up your future.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, people. Peace.
Jim Bros out.